Hi guys, Colin from Run Venture. We're going to look at another shoe review today, and we're going to look at a very popular mainstream trail shoe. Today we're going to look at the Brooks Cascadia 14. Very popular shoe in all running shops across the country. Cascadia 14, so it's its 14th evolution. First time for many years that the actual sole has changed on the Brooks Cascadia, and I think that was for the better, so let's have a look at it. This is a ladies shoe, gent size 8, weighs in at about 300 grams, so it's not the lightest of shoe, but still not the heaviest either. So let's look at what they've changed on the sole. So you can see on the sole there, okay, quite an aggressive tread pattern. Before it was like swirls, and it was great for sort of like farm tracks, forest tracks, things like that, but wasn't particularly good in the mud. This is better than it used to be in the mud. They changed the compound of the rubber on the sole as well to make it a lot stickier on wet rock. They've also, on these lugs in there, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little nick in each one of these. The idea being is that obviously on wet rock and stuff, that's like a tyre, so it traps a little bit of air, moisture and things, so it gives a bit more contact with the ground. You also see it's still got the traditional rock plate, stone guard, the yellow plastic goes all the way through. That's not going to stop a nail or anything like that, but it will help the foot stop getting bruised from stones and things like that. So yeah, definitely improvement on the sole there. Looking into the upper is quite lightweight, great, so it's good in hot weather, great for when water gets into it. Water will pass out, so very breathable, will shed water quite quickly. Sacrifice on that a little bit if you are using this as a hardcore trail shoe. We'll talk about uses later, but as a hardcore trail shoe, say on some of the moorland around here, granite, gorse, bracken and things, I'm less confident in that upper, where they might get some nicks and tears, and once it's torn it might shred. I've not used it on a hardcore trail up on there. I tend to use this on forest type of tracks and stuff when I've tested it, so I can't comment whether that has deteriorated on there, but probably compared to some of the other ones I think that's a bit soft. So double-edged sword, you get the lightness, you get the breathability, you get the drainage, but you may not get that sort of durability on there. Having said that, the rest of it's got sort of protective rands all the way around it, and a nice firm grip in the midsole there. Looking at the lace configuration, you have got an extra lace hole there, fantastic, give you a nice heel lock. The tongue is gusted, i.e. it's stitched in, so it's not going to move around too much, and stops debris going through and into the foot. Also has a lace pocket. You can see that there, so when you tie your lace up you can tuck that. Again, that's so if you're running through grass and twigs and sticks and things, sometimes your laces can get snagged and undone or trip you over, so you can tidy up once you've done your very ornate bow, you can shove it in there. Moving to the rear, holds up something on there to pull it on for those of you who are too lazy to undo your shoes. And then you've got a gaiter trap here, a little velcro, so for those of you who've got ankle gaiters, that's got a velcro attachment, that is on there, and then you would hook the front on the little eyelet just in the front there. Also in the heel there, this is quite a low slung, it's got a nick here for the Achilles, you've got a nick around here for both malleolus malleoli should we say, on both feet, so it's not going to come too high. Footbed, standard Brooks footbed. In the midsole you have these two distinct pink bits here on the ladies, one here, different colour on the gents, okay, but it's a lot easier to see on the ladies. These are the pivot point. This on traditional Brooks Cascadia, the one that I ran in, I did a UTMB in a pair of Brooks Cascadia. Again, rocky, not very muddy, buffed out trail, sort of obvious paths, it was fine on that. They used to come all the way down to this point here. They've raised it up a little bit so it makes it a lot softer ride. The idea of these pivot points here to give it a stable ride, so when you're running on a trail you get multi-directional movement. They go all the way through and it acts as like two sort of like platforms, so it helps stabilise the foot. That's the theory anyway. But it's something they've had in all of their Cascadia from whence I can remember, and so they've kept with it. Brooks do a number of trail shoes. This is their most aggressive and probably their most popular. So the dynasty of the Cascadia has been around for quite a while. There is a new one out later this year, probably be called the Cascadia 15. I have had eyes on it. Nice shoe. A little bit different to this and an upgrade. Price of this in store 110. Big selling shoe. It's ideal. So we'll talk about usage. What do you want to run on it? Coastal path, moorland tracks, forest tracks, farm tracks. But you can run from the home on the road to the trail without losing too much comfort and performance on it. So it's an everyday trail shoe. You can do a little bit of everything with it. If you're a road runner and you want a trail shoe for occasional races, occasional runs, training runs, this could be an ideal shoe because it's not going to feel that dissimilar. Those of us who are fell runners who are used to like a studded, uncushioned shoe, this is going to feel quite plush. So yeah, if so, a road runner's trail shoe, that's probably a way I'd describe it, but really popular. Width fitting, fairly standard, so it's not overly wide, but it's not a skinny shoe. Basically, if you're a Brooks runner and you want a trail shoe, this could be the shoe for you. Okay, so that's ladies, does come in different colours in store. Gents shoe, they does come in different colours as well, but yeah, a nice shoe. The Brooks Cascadia 14. Mind how you run.